Hello, everybody. Man, oh man, it's been exactly a year. Like literally today, last year, well, it was actually the 22nd, but today, last year was my last day of teaching. So I'm going to go ahead and wait for people to come on in. Hey, Siri, set a timer for 30 minutes.
30 minutes, starting now.
And the reason I'm doing that is because I need to go. I need to leave in 30 minutes. I don't think this will last for 30 minutes, but it might. So I'm drinking my homemade pumpkin spice latte. It is dairy free as well as caffeine free. Well, it's really not caffeine free because when I think decaf coffee still has like 10 milligrams or something. It might even be more. But nonetheless, I've been reducing my caffeine intake because I just want to give my adrenals a break. And if you're someone who's feeling wired and tired, you're having trouble sleeping, I would encourage you to give your adrenals a break by reducing your caffeine intake significantly. So anyway, today I am going to talk about my 1 year update from quitting teaching. And I'm actually, let me pop in my old I quit teaching video. Let me pop that in the chat because I made a video a year ago about quitting teaching when it was still very raw. And so I want to make sure that I get that in the chat before I get started today. Yeah, girl. How do I share this? All right. I'm going to go ahead and put this in the chat. Okay, so let's get started. So 1 year ago, I quit teaching. I was working, so I taught for 12 years. I had worked in elementary schools, middle schools, high schools. I had substitute taught all up and down the Bay Area in the Bay Area of California, so San Francisco Bay Area. I quit teaching in October of last year. How I arrived at that decision, I'll just give you guys a brief overview. You can watch the full video, but number one, first and foremost, I felt a calling. Like I have not, I always tell people when I had to go to Korea, there was a very specific pull. There was no hesitation. And I had previously thought about quitting teaching, but it was always like, I don't know. But this was like, you need to do this and you also need to do this now. And so I quit, in the fall semester. And I didn't quit without a plan. So if you guys know me, you know that I have online health and fitness coaching. I also train athletes in person. And I was at a critical point in my business where I was starting to turn down more athletes than I wanted to. And at the same time, I was having all of these um, feelings. And as you guys know, the education system in California has its issues. More of that is explained in my video. So I was at a point where I started to do the math and I was like, I think I can make this work. And there's a window of opportunity for businesses. And I 100% believe that I made the right decision for this business. At the time, there were no other speed coaches doing exactly what I was doing, and there were no other women. And so I hopped on that trend, so to speak. I was kind of like at the forefront of that. And now there's hundreds of people doing what I do in the same area. I see them now. They were never there before. So to me, it was confirmation that, I hopped on this right at the right time. I have missed windows of opportunity before in my life. And I was like, we're not doing that again. So when I quit teaching, I had these clients lined up, but I hadn't fully gone and I wasn't working full time in that business. So I had to hustle to really build up my clientele. And I said this before, the months of November and December last year were the roughest months of my life. There were moments where I was like crying. And I was like, listen, Lord, like you said you were going to take care of me. Is my rent going to get paid? Is it going to get paid? And because God is so faithful, it did. But let me tell you, I have never hustled so hard in my life to make sure that I had food on my table and a roof over my head. And so I'm coming up in the months of November and December again, and now I have a strategy for those months because just by the nature of my business, November and December are slower months. So, I had some money saved up. I made sure that I have, clients who are working, I have athletes in the morning. I'm taking on some extra clients during the day, things like that to just prepare for it. But man, it was rough. So now I'm kind of on the other side. I ran my first successful camps this summer. I haven't had any desire to go back and be a teacher, but what I have had the desire to do is still work with students in some capacity. So I have been looking at different careers that still work with students and supporting students and, maybe coaching them on some executive skills or some, just being like similar to a counselor, but not quite. And so right now I work with my athletes. I love them. I love working with my athletes. I've gotten to be more than just an athletic coach. I actually am like, I feel like a performance coach and a mindset coach because what I do is it just extends far beyond just like, here's how you run fast. Here's how you be more agile. Here's how you get stronger. We end up having these like really powerful and meaningful conversations about life. And, you spend some of these athletes I've been with since they're in 7th grade, they're now juniors. You spend 4 years with somebody, things are going to come up. And so I think that is my calling is still to help students. And so I've been exploring different things like that. I've got some applications in for different places. My dream job is to be a performance coach at a athletic based high school. I think that would be something that would really fill my soul up. And I think I have the skill set to do that. So that's something that I'm really looking into and just working on building that aspect. I mean, I can coach sprinting and agility and speed and strength like the back of my hand, but I really want to work on the mental aspect of coaching and really helping athletes to control their minds and use their minds appropriately. So that's been super fun. I finally opened up a retirement account. Remember you guys last year, I was telling you guys that I need to figure that out. So in the state of California, I have my state teacher's retirement. I have a 403B. I have a couple 403Bs for the different districts that I work at, but I'm still trying to figure out if I can uh, contribute to my state teacher's retirement. I might, you guys, have to go back to subbing once a week, just so I can still contribute to my CalSTRS, because I don't want to let that lapse. I'm still not sure on how that works. I want to just make sure that I'm still active there, because I do have 12 years worth of retirement, which, if y'all know about the Cal State teachers retirement, they take out a lot of money every month. And so there's a lot of money in there. And so I want to make sure that I'm still contributing, so I don't somehow lose that. Maybe that's an irrational fear. I don't know. But what I decided to do for my Roth IRA is that my lesson plans are on Teachers Pay Teachers. I've been making lesson plans since I was taught, so my third year of teaching. If you guys know, you also know I love aesthetically pleasing lesson plans. I love a good font. I love a good, beautiful lesson. And so I uploaded them to Teachers Pay Teachers, and I make decent money off of those. So I've decided that all of that Teachers Pay Teachers money, which is not a ton, is just going to go into my Roth IRA. And I just got a Roth IRA through my bank. I am not a financial coach, you guys. I'm not giving you financial advice. I am telling you what I'm doing with my life. So I was like, okay, at some point, girl, you got to get your retirement going. So I have a Roth IRA. I don't even think I'll max it out. If I'm keeping it a buck, I'm keeping it 100 with you guys. I don't think I'll max it out this year, just because I'm still trying to, I'm budgeting my life. I'm budgeting my business, equipment, taxes, all that stuff. So it's a process, right? You have to but I mean, the way that I set up my retirement, when I was teaching, is that I'm actually ahead of schedule. So I'm good, I think, for these couple of years while I do that. So just working on that, I finally got that set up. It was way easier than I thought it was. I had, honestly, you guys, procrastinated for so long, because I was like, what is this? I don't know what I'm doing. God is so good. Stay on that grind. Oh, thank you. Yeah, got it. Listen, entrepreneurship ain't for the weak, you guys. It is not for the weak. Man, your faith has to be so strong. But I love it, because I think it was really like, okay, this is you and God kind of thing. Because I'm like, what, can I trust you? Can I trust you to come through for me? The answer is yes, always. And even if he didn't, the fact that I was still alive and breathing and healthy, I would have been fine. So my plan is right now is to continue to look into my state teacher's retirement and figure out maybe sub once a week, and just continue to contribute to that in terms of funding. I'm still on the hunt for a good accountant. So if you guys know a good accountant who works with small businesses, particularly in California, because I am living in California, send them my way. I'm still looking for an accountant to kind of just make sure I'm on the right track with my finances. I use QuickBooks, you guys, to manage my own finances for my business. So I have a lot of stuff already in place, but I am still looking for an accountant, because I'm not an accountant, and your girl doesn't want to, mess up on her taxes and end up owing, some money that I don't need to be owing, right? So there's that. I'm currently coaching high school track too, and you guys know high school track is not money. I consider this. I work at a Christian high school, which, praise God, it's so funny that I met a Christian high school coaching, because this high school, I was actually applying to a job there before my last job. I was going to apply there and I didn't, but it all worked out. I love working with the athletes there, because, you can have those spiritual conversations with them and just get to be I consider that ministry, right? You get to just be open and honest, and you can share with them your faith journey. And, you get to kids are struggling with their faith, especially in a world like this. And to be able to just be a good sounding board and say, I hear you, and God is still good, and God still has your back, and you can still trust him. I think it's an honor, honestly. And so I love that. I've always, they don't pay no kind of money at all. You guys know high school coaches don't get paid at all. But for some reason, I'm willing to sacrifice that for these athletes, because it's important to me that athletes have Christian coaches who can, you never know when they're going to need some guidance, and you never know what seed you plant in their life. You just don't know. And I have some great coaches, but I wish I had some coaches who, were able to just be a light and share the gospel and be encouraging. And the coaches that I work with at Valley are like awesome believers. It is such a fulfilling position. And then to be able to share that with athletes it's super fun. It's like, yeah. Anyway, so that's what I do on the side. That's kind of like, I consider that my volunteer work, because the amount of time and effort you put in for a track meet versus what you actually get paid to do is very much pennies. So I did that. I'm doing that right now. And I'm still taking online clients for health and nutrition. That's also a passion of mine. That's something that I've been doing for years. Coaching athletes is relatively new in speed and agility, but doing online personal training and online nutrition coaching is something that I've also been super blessed with that. I've got to tell you guys, just the clients that I get are people who are so ready to change their lives, and they're open and willing, and they try really, really, really hard to make these changes in their life that are far beyond nutrition and exercise. You guys know I talk about this all the time. When you decide to be a healthier person and you break an addiction to anything, when you break an addiction to suffering, you break an addiction to negativity, you break an addiction to food, alcohol, substances, there's such a spiritual aspect to that. And so I think I've been blessed to be in a position where I get to help people come through that and coach them through that and help them see that there's light on the other side of the tunnel. That's been super fun. And what's funny? Okay, so I'm dating, right? You guys, I'm dating. And these men are like, what do you do for fun? I'm like, I literally quit my job to have fun. Like, what I do for my life is fun. Like, me coaching my clients is super fun to me. If I was teaching, no one would bat an eyelash, because they'd be like, oh, how cute. You like coach nutrition for fun, and like you coach clients in life for fun. But I'm like, I literally quit my job to have fun so that I can do what I love. And so sometimes I feel a little guilty that I'm like, I love what I do so much. And yes, I have other hobbies, but what I do is such a blast, and it's so fulfilling. And I complain about it sometimes. I'm not going to lie to you guys, but then I get checked in the spirit, because God's like, how many hours did you work this week? He's like, oh, you worked 25? Do you remember when you were working 80? Yeah, it's kind of funny. So yeah, it's been a blast to be able to set my own schedule. It's a grind. I do work, I think, technically more hours in terms of just like sending emails, scheduling, accounting, driving, right? I probably spend more hours working, but the physical work that I do when I'm actually face to face with clients is less time and super rewarding. So that has been phenomenal. I'm not going to lie to you and say that I don't have my days. Last month was kind of rough. I was feeling a little overwhelmed last month. And so I get into these ruts, and I think it's okay. One thing that I kind of hate about, I dislike about social media right now is that everybody's like, you be positive all the time. I'm like, that's not even human. Like, last month I was very negative, and that's like, to me, that's okay. I'm genuinely a happy person, but I have my moments where I just need to wallow and complain for a little bit. And then I, come out on the other side, and it's like, you're blessed. Things are great, and it's fine. And I think trying like that, it's called toxic positivity. Trying to, I don't think you should stay in negativity, but I think trying to pretend like you don't have rough days where you're negative, like, I'm not into emotionally bypassing. I am into emotionally processing. And sometimes it takes me 6 or 7 days to process something. And I think that's okay. And I wish more people would say that that's okay. That you can allow yourself to just feel that burden and that despair. Can I just use that word? Like, there were some months where I felt despair, and it was hard, but it's okay. I think in a world of social media where we're like, everybody needs to be positive all the time. It's like, let me be a human, so that I can actually process this instead of pretending like it doesn't exist. And so I, I got to be honest with you guys. There was last month was a little bit dark, um, just because I was like, it was like personal stuff and, honestly, overwhelmed with clients. I'm gonna keep 100 all the way above with you guys. Oh, so many clients, not enough time in the day. Trying to manage work-life balance was hard. That's the other thing I want to talk about. I talked to my hairstylist about this yesterday. When you work for yourself, the amount of boundaries, the strength of your boundaries is going to have to be 10x, okay, exponentially greater than what it is now, because people don't care about your health. They don't care about your personal life and time. They want you to service them. And I don't think it's out of maliciousness or negativity or malintent. It's just that they sometimes don't see your whole picture. And so having to say, hey, I'm not working until 12 o'clock on Saturdays. No. So for a month, I woke up and I was like, on Saturdays, me and Chase are going to go hiking or running, and I'll start work at 12, because for the longest time I was starting work at 8 o'clock and not getting home till 5 on Saturdays, which is fine. I'm about to start that up again. But every once in a while you need a break. And so allowing yourself the boundaries to say, no, my schedule is what it is. Find a time in your schedule to work with me. That you develop really strong boundaries as a business owner, because you realize that nobody is going to take care of you but you. And I say this to my clients all the time in health and fitness. Everybody want to be, I need to help her. I need to help this person. These people are not worried about you. They're not worried about you. And so you have to be worried about yourself first and foremost. And then from that overflow, you can help other people. But what we're not going to do is sacrifice our own health so that other people can benefit from that. I'm not sacrificing my own health. I used to do that. You guys have seen my boundaries video where I would be like staying up late on these phone calls, partying with people. And then I'd be like, oh, I'm so tired. And, they didn't care that I didn't get enough sleep. They didn't care that my hormones were going all over the place and I was struggling to keep food down, or they didn't care. They were just like, be here for me. And unfortunately, that's human nature. And so as a business owner, you learn to really, you learn to hold strong boundaries and be okay with disappointing other people. That's a word. That's a word. So, what else do I want to talk about today? Actually, I was looking at the the drive time. So I'm planning a road trip to Texas because my sister lives there. My other sister lives in Arizona. It's been 7 years since I've done something crazy, like when I packed up my bags and left for Korea for 6 months, like a nut job. Best decision I ever made. So I was like, it's time to do, because I get so many, whenever I'm by myself, there's lots of time and space. It's just me and God. I get to get all these revelations that I love. And I was like, it is time. So I'm planning a trip to Texas. Number one, I want to move out of California at some point. And so I might as well make a road trip out of it. It's going to be cheaper than leaving Chase in a hotel and getting a doggy hotel, getting a bunch of hotels. I can just stay with my sister, and I'll get a couple hotels in Texas. But so I'm going to drive to Texas. It's going to be a tight turnaround, but I think I'm going to do it anyway, because the point of this is, yes, to visit Texas, but also to get some alone time. So I'm planning that. I'm really excited. I'm probably going to vlog it for you guys. And so you guys can also pray for me that I make it there. So it's very scary. It's super scary for me, but I just know that it's a good thing in its time. So I'm planning that because eventually I would like to leave California. It's sad that I'll have to leave my in-person business here, but just sustainably, like buying a home here on a single income is just not realistic. So unless the Lord has a husband for me, where we can buy a house here, I'm probably not going to be here for very long. So just want to start I like to plan ahead and just start thinking about those kinds of things. So that's in the books. I have 3 courses now that I have that are uploaded. I have a stress and emotional eating course, which is now only $4.99. I will link that in my description boxes. I also have a confidence course for women. So it's 10 secret keys to confidence. It's got journal prompts. It's got the Confident Woman's Diets. It's got affirmations in there. It's all the stuff that I learned the last 7 years about what true confidence means and how to just live in God's calling for your life. It is in, you can find that in the description box here below. I'll also post those in the comments. And and now I'm going through my Not Another Fitness Challenge, which you can still join. It's all about the spiritual, emotional, psychological changes that you need to make when you want to change your life. And I started out as a fitness coach, right? As a nutrition coach. And then I realized that there's so much more to this than just fitness coaching. And really, as a coach, I'm helping you move from point A to B. And there's just like I help my athletes move from point A to B, there's so many emotional, psychological, physiological changes that have to be made. And so I love that I get to share that with you in this course. So I'm going to go ahead and share my courses with you guys. You guys can go ahead and sign up for that. I'm telling you, this stuff, I wish someone had told me when I was 20. I wish someone had shared this with me when I was 20. And, my life would have been way different. But praise God for learning things later in life. Okay, can I keep it a buck with you guys? People are like, why are you still single? I'm like, because praise God, I didn't ruin somebody's life being married and dumb and young. Like, thank God. He is so good. Again, everything is good. Everything is always good because God was like, no, sis. Like, you're not about to do that. And so I am so thankful that I did not ruin some child's life. Honestly, by, in my hot mess of a state. So anyway, I've linked the descriptions. I've linked the courses in the description box below. And you guys can go ahead and sign up there. I've got a bunch of client check-ins today. I've got 2 athletes, and then I'm going to be live tonight discussing some things about the Black community tonight on YouTube. I don't know what else to say to you. I do know what else to say to you. Please watch the way that you talk to yourself. Please watch the way that you talk to yourself and make sure that you're saying things that are true. Make sure you're saying things that are uplifting and positive. And one of the things that I have on my desk is God is God and I am not, which helps me remember that I don't get to control things. And thank God I don't, because I'm a hot mess and I would mess it up. And my energy is my greatest currency. And so how you spend your time and energy, whether that's thinking about negative things and reinforcing negative thoughts, that's on you, babe. Like, let's learn how to stop doing that. Let's learn how to focus on things that are pure and lovely and right. And one of the things that I say to myself every day is, today is a great day and I feel great. And I know some people are like, but I don't believe it. I'm like, today is a great day because I'm alive. Today's a great day because I still have a roof over my head. Today is a great day because I'm healthy. And I feel great because I'm healthy. And thank God that I'm still here on this earth. Now, ain't nothing wrong with heaven. I'm excited to go. But thank God that I'm alive today because for whatever reason, God was like, you need to be here today. I don't know why, but I'm ready to do whatever he wants me to do. So please be kind to yourself. Please speak the truth to yourself. And yeah, if you're interested in coaching, you can always visit joannajoy.com. I am here for you. And I'm going to go ahead and get out of here because we are late. CP time! All right, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this life update, this I quit teaching update. I tried to wear the same outfit that I wore last time, even though my face looks different. But anyway, I will talk to you guys in another video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.